hilariously, someone just honked their horn at me because I was walking past their driveway at the precise moment they wanted to pull into it. A little bit of patience would have just helped us all, you know? If this person hadn't actually honked their blooming horn at me, I'd have just kept walking. But because they honked their horn, I turned round and stopped walking. And I further put them out of being able to pull into their driveway by stopping right in front of it. Just a bit of patience, that's all I'm asking. Anyway, sorry about that, peeps. Hello. I just had that moment of realisation, just as I was leaving the house, of where did I leave my car? Where did I last park my car? Because this street is normally fine for parking, but you do end up parking somewhere different every time. Coming out of the house like, where did I park? I found it though. I found it. I'm sat in it. It's fine. I am just on my way to pick up Graham now. I'm not sure what we're having for dinner tonight. Hopefully it'll be something healthy. I realised the reason that you've had such a bad view of our diet is because I don't show when I cook something healthy or when he cooks something healthy. Like last night I cooked this delicious tomato and rocket thing, which was really, really delicious, and you know, I know everything that went into it and it wasn't full of fat, so it was delicious and healthy. And the night before I also cooked something healthy that had, it was another tomato based thing, but it was courgettes and mushrooms and pasta, so that was really delicious. We do eat healthily, I promise, we do. I'm not sure what we're eating tonight though. It may end up being pizza because I am starving and I don't reckon he'll want to cook tonight. He's had another late one. I don't know. We shall see.
Green things.
See? Yeah, we do green things. Sometimes we do green. Let's just ignore the fact that we're doing a ready meal.
It's a beautifully prepared pasta bake in its own plastic tray that it's,
yeah. And we're not going to melt it this time. Which I will tell the story of another time. Another time. But we're having green stuff. Look, green stuff. The photos were on Twitter, that is true. But yes, see? Green stuff. Right there. And a lovely cup of tea. Because tea. Graham is looking at new magic cards and sleeving the valuable ones. Right, so story of the lost footage. Let's talk about that first. I think at some point today I was holding my phone in front of my face and it wasn't recording. That's really annoying because I was talking about the whole reason that I was out walking in the first place. I went to a committee meeting today. It was the last committee meeting I will ever have to go to, pretty much, unless I end up doing one of the co-opted positions or one of the group representatives or something like that, that means I'll have to go. Specifically my last committee meeting as the gigs coordinator, which is quite sad, but also kind of a relief. I'm quite glad to be finished with it because it's a lot of responsibility. I wish my successor the best of luck with the position because it is a hard one. So yeah. And obviously there was a massive gap in the footage today. I started earlier today and then I started again in the evening when it was already dark. I've spent the entirety of today working on my presentation for Tuesday. I wanted to have it finished by the end of today. Haven't quite managed that, but hopefully I will have it finished by Sunday. So obviously I'm working all day tomorrow, so I'm not going to get anything done on it then. But I'm going to try and spend all day on it Sunday, and it should be done by then. The thing I'm worried most about it is having a bibliography, because I haven't actually read anything for this at the moment. I'm just basing it on my own observations, but we'll see how that goes. The other story I wanted to tell was the story of the melted oven tray. I mentioned when we were talking about the pasta bake that we were cooking today that we were not going to melt it this time. And the story behind that is that a couple of weeks ago, or possibly just a week ago, we bought something very similar and we put it in my oven in my house. And Graham set the dials as per my instruction, and And then suddenly, sort of 10 or 15 minutes in, we smell burning. And we open the oven and we see that it's basically black and the top has melted and just everything is wrong. And so we turn all the dials to 0 straight away to avoid further damage, and we take it out. And the top film that they told us just to pierce has sort of peeled away from the top, and the actual tray has melted. Silly, we thought that we'd followed all the instructions perfectly. So we tweeted a picture to Tesco and said, not sure this is supposed to happen. What's going on there? And the lovely people at Tesco tweeted us back saying, oh my goodness, send us all the details, we'll get you a full refund. And on further sort of consideration of the situation, we realised that what we'd actually done is set the oven to grill fan, not oven fan. So we ended up grilling this thing that was supposed to be on a gentle fan heat, and instead it was under intense grill heat, which melted the actual tray that's not supposed to handle temperatures that high. So oops. We still ate it, like it was still kind of edible underneath the burnt bits, so we still ate it. But yes, that was our bad. That oven is annoying though, because the instructions for that oven have come off. The actual numberings on the dials and all the symbols have rubbed off because it's kind of a shoddily made oven, and as soon as you clean it, all the markings come off. So we've ended up finding a picture of what it should have looked like online and drawing in the markings. So it's not brilliant. It's not the most accurate oven in the world. So even if we had turned everything to what we thought was right, exactly right, it might still have done something awful. So you kind of just have to be careful with our oven. And that's student properties for you. There you go. It's silly because we did ask them to sort of replace the front of it or something when we moved in, but they just said, oh no, we'll send an electrician and he'll put all of the markings in in Sharpie. That is it for today. You will see me tomorrow. Bye.
Good night, Karen's vlog.